Welcome back to another ZGoGX video, and today we'll be doing a part 2 to the one that had Fortnite, which basically all the Kamen Riders, Zeztz, forms. We're not going to include the Lord forms, unfortunately, because I don't want to, but we're basically going to be doing, we're going to be showing, Zetz's forms, and maybe some of them, so yeah, enjoy. We'll start off with the movie exclusive that has just been revealed, and we'll explain that, and then move on to the final form, and so on. So we have Kamen Rider Zetz's Agentdream, which might be his night form. It's basically some blue with some gold and some whitish. We do have a rainbow color for his eyes, and looks like his eyes, some of it is covered with the night piece, and besides his regular Zeztz color, it's basically night parts on it with the head with some golden and silver parts, and then it also comes with the Exdream driver, which is basically just the Agentdream driver, which is basically just the Exdream driver just recolored, and then it comes with the Agentdream capsule, which has all the numbers from 0 to 7 on it. As you can see, there it is with the colors. And I love this suit. I think it's going to be a great suit design. But yeah, it also worked with the break him buster. Break him sword, whatever. And this dude has aura, especially the colors. But yeah. And also makes the same colors as Exdream. But it makes it a little different in the driver. So next up we got Kamen Rider Zezt's Exdream, the final form of Kamen Rider Zeztz. As you can see right here, the visor is straight up red, with the head being with some reddish, then yellowish, and then some green for the gold, and then some kind of Kuga Ultimate, but this time he wears the Zeztz Exdream driver with a new capsule, and his fingers are very long as hell, as you can see. But as you can see, this is Exdream himself. He reminds me of Kuga Ultimate form, so in the next shot we will get into more detail of him. So let's get into detail. So let's start with the head. We have different colors with different colors of golden, yellowish, black, golden, green, and then the back red, and then the top it almost has a Kuga Ultimate vibe, but it's a little bit golden and whatnot. As you can see, it's basically most red on the head with some green going down with that Ultimate Kuga form vibe. But let's go on to the next image right now. So let's start off with the hands. Basically, one half of the hands on the top is basically a mustardish yellow, orange green for the top part of the hand, with the regular Zeztz on the top, with his little thing apart of the wrist, whatever, and then the back is just red with a little bit of accents, and then it looks like the Kuga Ultimate again. But then the thing is, a part of his shoulders, it's basically it has a bunch of Z's around it. So Z on the shoulder, by the wrist, and the legs, pretty much. So there's some colors too there, and the driver has the same color. One thing I like about this suit of how the yellow just goes down, and basically here it is in the back. We see the belt strap of the driver in the back. But one else I like about this Kamen Rider is basically the sides basically have more silverish, and yeah, I guess. And yeah, let's get on to Nox, Midnight Shadow. Next up, we got Kamen Rider Nox, Midnight Shadow. As you can see, this is based on the Midnight Shadow right here. Here it is. And basically, his body is just maybe turquoise, bluish, I don't know, but bluish with some whitish and black. And he uses a break him cannon, but also this is the Nox, the Midnight Shadow capsule, which is like a night bird, and then underneath he has like a special pattern underneath his shoes. And here he is doing his rider kick, and I kind of love it. It is the best suit I've ever heard of, and I love it because of copying Zetztz final form design. And we got the movie exclusive rider, Kamen Rider Mugen. It's basically like a samurai, but like he has half red, half blue, half purple, half green, yellow. And basically it has an owl capsule and uses a bunch of various different parts from each rider, but then from different riders, but then his eyes are like yellow, but he also has like a samurai type sword. And there he is. And by the way, Mugen is having his own driver, which is just a repeat and like repaint of the Nox driver. And there is his capsule when his eyes are closed. And then we have Kamen Rider Dawn, Nightmare Rider. You might think that there's something in the middle of his chest with a capsule, but it's not, because he uses a sword. But there is Punish, the capsule he uses. It's basically the main colors of his head is like head and body is just purple, pinkish, magenta-ish, and maybe some purplish, but also some blackish right here. And here is his sword, and he has like a specific snake in his sword, as you can see right here, pretty much right here. And then here is Ordem right here. That's Ordem, which is basically just the second form of Exdream, which has some turquoise, some grayish color, or whatever. And he uses the dual Nightmare capsule with the colors right there, and the color of his and then also we have the other forms like catas, which is like one of his strongest forms. Basically, he's built up with muscle, and that's why he has like a gun called the Zeztz, I think. Triple Zeztz, which is a big gun. You can put 3 capsims in it, and we'll explain about the capsim more. But he's strong, flexible muscle. And basically, the dual mirror capsim basically has the powers of Ordem and catas. And basically, it's a flying thing, but you can fly it using combat. So, meaning, if you don't have a driver, you can still use the captain to shoot items and stuff. It also opens and closes, and you could be using it as, like, the finisher, like he does. And then also, pretty much, you could basically, to transform, you have to, press down on the orange thing to, do the special moves and the transformation. And then here we have Kamen Rider Night 17, which is basically Minami's code form. Basically, it's just Nox Knight with a girl suit and whatnot with a charge capsim. It's not really that much different. It's a bit more slim, like a regular girl would be. And it's just the same suit design of Nox, just with the charge capsim. We still haven't had a good form, like an actual form of charge, of like a full charge form of Zeztz. And then, speaking of charge, we have Kamen Rider Nox Knight Nox Knight with the erase capsim. Here it is right here. It's just the body with a boy right here. But he uses the erase capsim. And yeah, this is him with the erase capsim. And it's basically just the same suit, but it basically is a bit more shinier because you're getting this obviously up online. We're basically getting this off of line, but then we also have obviously Kamen Rider Nox, as I mentioned, basically Nox Night Shadow, which I'm only putting this one image because we don't talk about him. End video.